I'm fucking in my backyard, dude. I load up like 3 rounds in it. I'm like, I bet they're pretty fucking quiet. 22s aren't that loud anyway, dude. You know? And so I fucking shoot this thing, and it sounds like a gun. I mean, it sounds like an app. I mean, it's quieter, but it's not a fucking BB gun. You know what I mean? No. It's a gun, right?
Yeah.
And so I'm like, oh, fuck. And I run into the house. I throw the gun on the bed. And my fucking neighbor comes out, who's we call Lieutenant Dan. He was like 7 tours in Iraq. He is a legit military fucking sergeant. You know what I mean? Like, and he runs out of the house and he's like, "Did you hear that? Someone shot a fucking gun." I was like, "I know. Who the fuck would do that?"
Welcome to Get Heavy Podcast. Your host, Craig Casamas and Big J Curran.
We're heading into 200 shows. That's the first time he's ever done that.
I know, right? Yeah, Kenny, how long you came in? You've been with us for a minute now, dude.
I think it started around 100.
Did you?
Yeah.
God damn, dude. So 87 shows you've been with us?
I think so.
80. Oh, this will be 89. Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy, man. Well, Kenny's got to get 100 spankings, dude.
We'll get him a little pin. I got a couple of them from the port. I'll just bring you one from the port.
Yeah. Anyway, well, fuck, man. Welcome to Get Heavy Podcast, motherfuckers.
Jack Daniels, we're looking for sponsorship.
Yep, every time. Coming at you live in studio. No guest tonight. Just fucking Jay in all his glory.
Just sitting here talking about it, being about it.
Yeah. He said that he's going to start
loving it.
He said that Tim Kennedy scared the shit out of him on Joe Rogan's podcast, and now he doesn't know what to do with himself.
100%.
Yeah. If you guys haven't heard that one, man.
Oh, dude. I don't like, and we've talked about this, but I'm not a conspiracy guy. You know? They're whatever the third plane,
Every
whatever.
conspiracy
all
guy
that,
says that, by the way.
Well, but I really don't usually pay attention to it or get into it. You know what I mean? Like I just, I'll look into it a bit.
You know some things.
Yeah, we all know some things.
Yeah.
But we don't know anything, really.
Not a fucking thing. But when you hear somebody that's actually ground on the boots doing stuff, saying, hey, just be prepared.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, just be ready because it's gonna stop not happening here more. Because we've had the Boston bombing, we've had 9/11, we've had little things happen, and I'm sure there's been a lot of things that haven't happened because they were deterred. Mm-hmm. But we are just continually engaging ourselves in these conflicts that really aren't any of our business, and that's going to come back to us eventually.
Right.
We can't be, segregated from everybody forever. Mm-hmm. So our borders aren't exactly the most protected borders right now.
No. They don't seem to be.
And when you see the videos of people crossing these borders, you don't see old men, you don't see women, you don't see children. You see military-aged, tan people coming across that border. And
part of that seems like a fucking narrative being spun too, though. You know what I mean? Because realistically, what's going to happen if you're trying to get to another fucking country? Are you really going to send your whole entire family with you at the same time? Most everyone, I think the path is to get the fucking working male over. You know what I mean? Get established, get something going, and then they get the family over. So I think that's like I hear what you're saying, but I do think it's one of those fucking narratives that gets spun. All military age male, their sleeper cells are going to, and it's, dude, anything's fucking possible. But if you were to migrate, like if I put myself in that position, like I'm in Honduras or wherever the fuck I am, and we want to go to another country, I'm fucking going first.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, so there is a little, when I hear that stuff, and I always.
I'm bringing Scout, though.
Dude, after watching her at Muay Thai, we're bringing Scout.
Yeah. I'm not,
Fuck. Yeah. Did I tell you about that?
Oh, no, not at all.
Fuck, dude.
Oh, wait.
I'll tell you in a minute. But I think the Tim Kennedy thing, because it did change my perspective a little bit on the Israel-Palestine thing, because I did fall into that, what happens in Gaza is fucking pretty horrific, right? With how it is and obviously none of us have ever been over there, so we don't know what it is. But the way in which it's spun is that these people are prisoners, and I think some of it's right. I do think that these people have been treated fucking horrendously. Then not everyone's in Hamas, but it is controlled by Hamas, right? But then when you really like the way he broke it down, and then I actually Tim Dillon had a woman on the other day that was fucking wildly enlightening. She's a Israeli American, like speaks on shit all the time. And her perspective on it was, it made me really kind of realize that this is a deeply complicated, deep fucking issue. You know what I mean?
Crazy deep.
And I don't want innocent people to die, and that's what's happening. It's blanket fucking bombing. But when you really realize that the details about what Hamas did that day, literally ripping babies out of stomachs and beheading them and killing parents in front of their kids and torturing them and raping them and then kidnapping them. It's like Palestine, the thing that you're hearing from the fucking sea to the land, whatever, there's like this slogan going around.
From the sea to the sea.
Whatever it is.
It's from the sea to the sea. It's from the top to the bottom.
Right. They want the eradication of the Jewish state, right?
All done.
And the other perspective that I heard was that Israel's tried to make peace a bunch of times and it got very close a couple times, and then inevitably it gets squashed because that's not what Hamas wants. They only want the eradication of Jews.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And there was some very valid fucking points because it's wild to see all this pro-Palestine shit going around online when there are some serious fucking humanitarian things.
Drove by the government center
there's a bunch of people out there.
Yesterday, and there's a bunch of people out there, and I understand that like Palestine, they're not all Hamas. They're not, there's a bunch of people there that are just living there and doing their thing, and so it's not, and look, it's so convoluted at this point.
It is. It's
that
tough
it's
to see.
so hard. Like we've been paying Egypt, we've been paying all these different countries millions of dollars for years for this to not happen.
Right.
Because the people that dictate and run our government want to make sure that Israel's okay.
Right. And that's, there is a lot to be said about what's happening. The few I've listened to Breaking Points a lot. I've listened to that Tim Dillon episode was really, really
what do you know what I mean? Breaking Points.
What about them?
They confuse me so much.
It's a lot.
Because it is, and I've been listening to them every day.
Have you really?
Oh, yeah. I've been way in trying to just get through the weeds of everything, and those two are so much smarter than,
it's a lot to weed through.
Oh, my
it really
God,
is,
dude.
Yeah. But
and
if you can get the bits and pieces,
They're not pro-Israel by any means.
And they're also not pro-Palestine.
No,
either.
they're not. They're just like, hey, look, this is what's fucked up about this. Mm-hmm. This is what's fucked up about this. And this is what's fucked up about what our government's doing.
Right.
And it is so wild to try to fucking sift through it all to understand what what's going on.
Yeah. And we'll never know unless we're really there. You know what I mean? And that's the fucking hard part.
And
but
the Class A submarine.
The Ohio.
What
do they call the Ohio submarine? That's like the full nuclear gnarly motherfuckers out there now. Like
it's like 145 Tomahawks.
Oh, it can fuck some shit up.
Dude, it's nuts.
And they announced where it was, so that's like a big fucking power move, right? That just got announced today.
It's everybody has their we're the toughest. Russia, China, everybody. Our military and what we have, it's still pretty vast. Like it's still really, really hard to fuck with what we can do. Although at this point in time, we all have such advanced weaponry that it's just going to be boom, 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 boom.
Well, America has a unique ability to go scorched fucking earth, dude.
Yeah. Well, so does China. And at this point,
I don't know.
I think Russia has.
Kenny, what do you got?
I beg to differ. I think the nuclear arsenal is compromised.
Okay.
Which ones? Ours, theirs, or
all nations?
I'm sure it could be.
Are we getting into aliens now?
Uh-oh. Yeah. Anyway, but yeah, it's wild, man. But you speaking on the home shit, like just today, someone tried to get into a nuclear site in I can't remember where the fuck it was, but they tried to ram their car through the barricades and shit and get in. It's the second time that same person's tried to do it.
That same person?
Yeah, they caught him like milling around one day, booted him out, and he came back the next day and tried to run the fucking barricades.
Shoot him.
Well, I don't know what happened, but
I mean, run him through our fucking
run him through the justice
system.
Yeah. It's wild, man. It definitely feels tense.
Him.
You know, it feels tense, dude, and it just sucks.
It does.
It fucking sucks, man.
I was listening. They're right now. They're saying, as American citizens, do not travel anywhere.
Yeah, I saw that. They put out a big fucking
travel anywhere.
Right. Yeah. It's crazy, dude.
You know?
That, and I mean, yeah, White House just announced today that they are now going to actively seek towards getting some sort of some sort of people to the table to negotiate for Ukraine and Russia now.
Yeah,
I can see, because that's what scares me is like when they're trying to figure out how to wrap up a war. You know what I mean? Like,
do you think it has to do with anything? It has to do with the fact that it's starting to come out that everybody in Ukraine is crooked and they're just robbing everything that comes into them?
I think it's we are depleted of our military. We're depleted of our ammunitions, and we can't afford to fight 4 fucking wars on 4 continents. You know what I mean? I think that's really
yeah.
There's a lot of recruiting problems going on.
I'm sure. Yeah, they can't get any. I couldn't pass a test right now, dude. You know what I mean?
I also
there's
don't think
no
that
way
anybody,
my flat-footed ass is getting out there.
But
dude.
I don't think that if you're halfway intelligent, you can't look at what's going on and go, I want to be an American and support what's going on with America. You know, whether you're fucking too big, too little, whatever it is, it also goes back to, like, wait a minute, we have a fentanyl problem in this country that's killing, 250, 300,000 people a year, and we're worried about what's going on in Ukraine. We've lost more people from fentanyl here in the United States, but they're not talking about that. They're not doing that.
Even, dude.
And you watch these kids. These kids know what's going on. No, totally. We're not. They're not. They know what's up. So why am I going to support that?
We have so many problems on our own front.
No, dude.
I don't think any of that's a consideration. I think that every ounce of it is the fact that they know that they have to wrap up Ukraine and Russia somehow in some way, because this whole other shit is going to become a real fucking problem.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's what we know is fighting fucking terrorists. That's what we know. You know what I mean? Like, that's our wheelhouse.
Yeah.
I mean, it seems like, they've been doing it a long fucking time. The last 20 fucking years.
We just constantly create them, so we should be able to defend against them, right? Since we just create them endlessly.
But yeah, that's a heavy way to start the podcast. But whatever. It's done.
Somewhat
it's out of the way.
depressed.
By the time this comes out, it'll be fucking
and nobody's gonna listen to us to talk about this shit anyway.
Bunch of fucking geniuses over here, dude.
Yeah. Would you talk about his hairline again, please?
Speaking of geniuses, I don't know if you know this, but it's Chuck Norris's fucking birthday, dude.
Today?
I think it was very recently. 83 years old, man. Yeah.
I think that's who my mom bred with to give birth to me.
You think so?
Yeah. I mean, it's hard to tell because my mom kind of slept with everybody. But
you think there's a possibility your mom fucked Chuck Norris?
If not, my dad did. Although, if anybody's going to top Chuck Norris, it's going to be my dad.
I don't know, man.
I do. My dad, he runs shit.
It's possible. You never know, man.
That's a fucking gangster.
You never heard about Chuck Norris
man.
picking up a fucking a cross dresser in a car? You know what I mean?
Yeah, because nobody wants to talk about it. They're just all going to take it.
Yeah, who's going to rat on Chuck Norris, dude?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, nothing to say.
Speaking of fucking old family, dude, I went to the desert this weekend. It was my grandpa's 85th birthday, who is an absolute fucking savage. God, it was so fun to see him, dude. He's just a mean, gnarly motherfucker, dude. It was crazy. We went out there and brought the trailer. That was a whole fucking thing. Stayed on his property, which rules. He has a killer spread in this canyon in the middle of fucking nowhere. And then fucking partied all night, drove the fucking Polarises around, took the kids out. We took 8 kids shooting. Dude, it was fucking crazy. It was obviously no one got hurt. It was very safe. I'm a big believer in all kids should know how to shoot a gun.
100%.
You know what I mean? And I brought mostly 22s. But I also brought, some other fun stuff.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
And fucking, we got busy, dude. We probably burnt through 1,000 rounds. You know what I mean? The kids were loading the guns themselves. And
yeah, it's
I
such
only
a
had
good
to tell
time.
like one kid one time, like to fucking, hey, watch it. You know what I mean? And it wasn't even close. They just had their finger on the trigger when they shouldn't have.
Did you punch them?
No, I mean they're all little and I mean ranging from 15 to fucking Bronson shot my fucking 22.
Really?
Yeah, I held it for him, but
have you set King up yet where you do the over under thing?
Do the over under?
Yeah, you get a shotgun over under, so it's like a shotgun
like
22,
yeah.
and then you let him shoot the 22,
and then the 10
and
gauge.
then you do the 10
or
gauge,
the 20
whatever
gauge,
it is. Yeah.
No, I don't have one.
Oh, you got to get one just to do that.
I want to get a 20 gauge.
My dad did that to me and my brother.
They switched it on you.
At the same time, and us two idiots didn't even
Didn't even notice.
No, I went up there, or Chris did, whichever one of us did it first, and it kicked the shit out of me, put me on my butt.
How
and
old
my
were you?
dad and all his friends laughed, probably 6 or 7.
Dude,
yeah.
That's
And so then immediately just swapped over to my brother because my brother's like, I want to do it, and just immediately swapped over and we
Who's
did
4 probably at the time?
No, he was probably 5 or 6.
Okay.
I mean, we
So
weren't,
7 or 8.
we were old enough to be able to do it. Yeah. And I know you guys are all like, well, that's kind of young, and that. But I was taught to shoot when I was like 4 and 5 years old. We were showed how to do all kinds of stuff as young kids, and which caused me to know and understand and respect guns.
Dude,
way early
That's what
on.
you have to have. You have to have a healthy fucking respect. And I was very proud of the kids. None of them did anything dumb at all. You know what I mean? And they were all listening.
What is your I almost shot myself moment?
Dude, when I was a kid, man, I had a Chipmunk 22 bolt action, right? And I would load it up and go out into the desert by myself, like no one around, anything, right? My dad gave it to me when I was like fucking 10, and I fucking almost fucking blew my own fucking hand off, dude.
Yeah.
Almost blew my hand off. Like I got jammed somehow. Something happened and I was fucking with it. And I realized my hand was on the top of the fucking barrel as I racked the fucking bullet. You know what I mean? And it was one of those moments you're just like, oh my God. Like if I would have hit it on the ground or, you know what I mean? Like I just, you're fucking 10, dude. I'm like 10 in the desert by myself with a gun.
I was like
that'll kill you. You know what I mean?
I was like 17 or 18.
Were you really?
And I had a police special snub nose hammerless 38 police special.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It was gnarly.
Yeah.
The pressure on that was
tiny. Yeah, like very little. Yeah.
Fucking, I mean, nothing.
Hairline.
And I was fucking around in a trailer over in Oxnard, and somehow I fucking set it off. Oof. And shot into the pillow. But like
in the house,
oh
dude. My God.
Yeah, yeah, dude.
Yeah,
and it's one of those things where you're like, okay, well, glad I'm not a statistic.
Yeah. Also, as a grown ass adult, I shot my 22 in the backyard when I lived in Ojai.
Yeah,
with subsonic rounds. Did I told you this?
But you did it knowing that you can get away with it.
No, so I bought I had a 22. I bought these subsonic rounds, so I'm like, they got to be quiet as shit, right? And I had a bale back there we would shoot arrows into and shit. And so I'm like, middle of the day, dude, I fucking come back from the gun show
in Ojai.
Like we live downtown Ojai.
Yeah,
like
time, right? In what if everybody that doesn't know, it's Ojai is exactly what you think it is.
Exactly what it is.
Yeah.
So anyway. I'm fucking in my backyard, dude. I load up like 3 rounds in it. I'm like, I bet they're pretty fucking quiet. 22s aren't that loud anyway, dude. And so I fucking shoot this thing, and it sounds like a gun. I mean, it sounds like an app. I mean, it's quieter, but it's not a fucking BB gun. You know what I mean? No. It's a gun, right?
Yeah.
And so I'm all, oh fuck, and I run into the house. I throw the gun on the bed. And my fucking neighbor comes out, who's we call Lieutenant Dan. He was like 7 tours in Iraq. He is a legit military fucking sergeant. You know what I mean? Like, and he runs out of the house and he's like, "Did you hear that? Someone shot a fucking gun." I was like, "I know. Who the fuck would do that?" You know what I mean? He's all, that sounded so close. I'm like, I know. What the fuck, man? I was like,
it was you.
I was like, I thought it wasn't you. He's like, no, why the fuck would I shoot a gun here? I was like, I don't know, dude. I don't know what the fuck happened. such an asshole, dude. So they're not that fucking quiet.
No.
Not in a neighborhood in Ojai, dude. And it went into a thing. It wouldn't have breached anything. But Jesus Christ, dude. What an asshole.
I remember being at Shooter's Paradise in Oxnard, and we're out there practicing, and you know I've got my 38, and we've got all these different.
This is
guns
absolutely going to get us flagged on YouTube, by the way.
For what?
We haven't talking about kids and guns at the same time.
So
it's absolutely going to get us flagged.
So we're sitting there shooting guns, and you're like we got like 44s and 45s and 9s and all this. And my 38 was so fucking obnoxious.
Yeah.
With that 38 I had, I could only practice shooting so much because it was so gnarly.
Yeah.
The kick was so gnarly.
Yeah.
It was so loud. But, you know, within 5 or 6 feet, it's a good little thing to have on you.
Yeah.
But somebody was shooting a gun, and every time they shot it, it sounded like a cannon going off. And everybody's firing, you know, it's a row of people firing shit, and every once in a while you hear boom, boom.
You're like, what
and
the
you're
fuck?
like, what the fuck? So then you know, hey, man, what are you shooting? Oh, it's just a 22 Magnum.
22 or 44?
It's a 22.
22 Magnum?
Magnum, and it sounded like a fucking cannon going off.
I shot a 44
every time
Magnum
you shot
this
it.
weekend, dude.
How was that?
That was awesome, dude.
Yeah.
Like old revolver, 6-shot, fucking, you know.
Yeah.
Fuck, that's a gnarly fucking gun, dude.
Yeah.
Especially for a handgun, dude. Like, those are pretty brutal.
I
You know?
I went through some stuff down south one time, and when I got booked up, and one of the sheriffs that arrested me was a really cool old school cop, and he was wearing a revolver on his side, and I'm like, and this isn't like this was quite a while ago, but it wasn't that long
past
ago.
revolvers at
Way
this point,
past
yeah,
revolvers.
yeah.
I mean, not like, you know, way past revolvers. And I'm like, hey man, you still carry a revolver? And he goes, yep. He goes, I was in a situation one time, and I got backed into a corner down here in Long Beach, and they pulled a gun on me, and I pulled my gun on them, and they saw the end of my barrel, and they turned around and ran.
Yeah, that would make. And they don't jam.
No,
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
that.
there's a lot of
big
pluses.
benefits,
Yeah.
dude. You know, to revolvers. But yeah, if you get a fucking cowboy cop pulls a revolver out on your ass, you're getting fucking blasted, dude.
if you
For sure.
there's no. Well, I can't say that because there's a lot of idiots.
Yeah.
But if that old school cowboy cop pulls a gun on you, you stop doing what you're doing.
I would,
you know.
assume.
I mean, I'm stopping no matter what.
100%.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to pull my car over. I'm going to let them know that, you know, everybody else in the car has a gun but me. They're not mine.
Yeah.
Well, there's nobody with you.
Yeah, man, it's fucking, you know. Anyway, the guns, it was very fun, dude, and to watch the kids. They thought it was. I'll show you some pictures. I got a really good picture of Bronson, all the kids holding all the guns. You know, after we were done shooting, it was fun, man. We had such a good time.
The best.
And I actually got to fucking do some 4-wheeling with my truck, which was pretty badass.
Nice.
Finally got to test it out a little bit. I had literally. This is exactly how I grew up in the desert, right? I had 6 kids in the bed of my truck.
Yeah.
Right? In the bed. Like, and then Bronson on my lap, you know, because we're in the fucking desert, right? Bronson's on my lap. Rosie's here. I got 2 more adults in the back, right? 6 kids in the bed. And my dad goes, yeah, we're just going to go up the canyon a little bit, fucking go shooting. I'm like, all right, cool. He's got a FJ Cruiser, 4-wheel, trail series, fucking all day. You know what I mean? And fucking we start getting into some shit, dude. And it's like, brrr, you know what I mean? Like, and nothing brought me more joy than to watch these kids literally almost bouncing out of the fucking truck. They're laughing hysterically. They're having the best time of their lives. At one point, my fucking truck got hung on 2 wheels and I was teetering. Rosie's like, she's fucking dying, and we're literally like sideways like this, and I'm just in my truck, and it's got 4-wheel drive. It's fucking good. I know we're good, you know. What
Great,
I mean?
yeah.
And she's like, you know, just doing the wife whimper, dude. I'm laughing hysterically. I can't fucking stop because it's not that big of a deal. You know, it's just some big ruts and shit. You know what I mean?
It's
Where the wash
fun.
came in
Yeah.
the road. It was so much fun, dude. But the kids are fucking, I mean, wham! You're watching heads fly, wham! Back and forth everywhere. And I'm in 4 low. You know what I mean? I'm
You're
not
just
like,
it's
I'm
so everybody
crawling,
understands
you know?
you're going 2 miles an hour.
Maybe.
We're not sliding sideways or anything like that.
No.
You know, and you and I both went through it when we were kids.
Oh, dude.
And it's the best.
It's the best feeling
Fuck
ever.
Magic
It's so
Mountain.
much fun. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, there's nothing better.
Totally, dude.
And you were sober.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, when we did it, nobody was sober.
Not one person.
We weren't sober.
Dude.
You know.
My dad used to take us off-roading, and he had a flatbed truck. And we were on the bed, like just holding on to the top rail, like, ah! Like, I mean, my grip strength, I swear to God, is from that. Like, just white knuckling this fucking thing, and he's like, burp, 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 up this fucking mountain, dude, because he has this giant flatbed with no gates on it.
Yeah,
just kids are sliding off. You know what I mean? He's like, oh, we lost one. Yeah, fucking kids are hitting the dirt and rolling down the hills and shit. And I'm like, ah! Like there was one point where my feet like lifted off the ground. And I was like, yeah, and I landed, you know what I mean? You had to take a knee, dude.
And like you say, your grip strength, you are just fighting for fucking life, man. Yeah.
And my dad gets out, he goes, that was a little scarier than I thought it was going to be. I'm like, great. Now we got to go downhill. This is fucking awesome, dude.
Yeah.
Fuck, you know? So, yeah, it was just so much fun to take the kids out and do some desert shit, dude. Like real fucking desert shit, you know?
I miss doing country shit up in Washington.
Yeah.
You know, we would go out and do this just crazy, silly shit. And our parents would, you know, very young, be like, yeah, go ahead, take the car.
Yeah.
Go
totally.
Yeah, go ahead. There's no cops anywhere. You're just going to find a fire road and go fly down the fire road.
100%.
You know, it's just fucking fun, man. It's the best shit.
Yeah.
You ever heard of Jawbone Canyon?
So Jawbone Canyon is on the, well, I guess it's the 14, turns into the 178, but Jawbone Canyon is like a big hub for off-roading. They do rentals. That was the meeting point for when my parents split. They would meet there at Jawbone Canyon because it was halfway between Lancaster and Trona. So I spent like so many fucking years at Jawbone Canyon, dude. I never really rode up there though. Huh?
Just sitting
just
there
sad, like a sad, and then
watching everybody drive by in vehicles and
I'm
cars
like holding
and all
a
this
balloon
shit.
like a fucking loser. Yeah. My dad doesn't even show up.
No. And then he does, and he's already having way much. He's like, okay, yeah, it was a great weekend. Let's take you home.
My story's a little sadder, but
I know.
Yeah, but it was nice to see the generations of my family and the Casamases, and you know, I got some pictures of fucking Ross came out, you know, because Ross is my cousin.
Yeah.
And he came out and fucking made his way up there, and we hung out. And got some fun. It was just great, man. It was cool to see everyone. And, you know, my grandpa's an old fucking savage. God, he's fucking gnarly, dude. He's just a gnarly motherfucker, dude. Everything that comes out of his mouth is insane. You know what I mean? And this guy just fucking lives. He's 85 years old and lives for fucking making money still. I mean, just fucking makes $100,000 in a phone call. You know, it's crazy, dude. I think it keeps him alive. Like, you know, because I have
What
another.
does he do with any of it?
That's the question. What do you do with any of it? But he's definitely he acts like he don't have none, and he works like he doesn't have any.
Wait a minute, hold on. You just went way Trona right
desert,
there. Yeah. He acts like he don't have none.
He acts like he don't got none.
It's just that's great, but it's also kind of sad.
It is sad.
You know, he's got a fucking gaggle of grandkids and kids, and let's have fun.
Oh, he's super fun for that. Like he is an absolute good time. There was like there's inner dynamics of the family that are fucking pretty gnarly, but
of course
he is in such a good mood when all the grandkids show up. He's fucking giving them candy bars. And he's fucking farting, and then whatever kid claims it gets $1. You know what I mean? Like, he has a great fucking time. You know what I mean? Like, and he's still 85 years old and I mean, he really is. He was the funnest grandpa to me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's all other dynamics of the family that are not as fun, but that part, like going to my grandpa's house when I was a kid was the shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, he was so fucking fun for us, dude. And anything went, you know what I mean? And you knew when you crossed the line because he'd grab you by your fucking hair and swing you around a little bit. So,
and let you know you fucked up.
Yeah, he would know beyond a shadow of a doubt. But it never, for us, like my mom terrifies him. My mom is fucking terrifying to him. She even told him, like, he didn't know he was having a birthday, and his wife called my mom to ask if they were going to come up. My mom said, "Oh no, next time I see that motherfucker's going to be at his funeral. Fuck him." You know what I mean? And my grandpa was so tickled by that. You know what I mean? He just thought it because my mom has fucked him up like a bunch. She's the only woman that's ever been like, "I'll fucking kill you if you ever hurt my kids. I'm going to kill you." And he believes her. You know what I mean? Like, and so he has like the utmost respect for my mom. You know, which is rad.
That's exactly what was going through my head. Is it's respect.
It is. You know,
and your mom deserves all the fucking respect.
She does. Yeah, but it was such a fun time, dude.
When was the 60th birthday? It's
December. Coming up. Yeah, December. My mom's 60th.
Yes.
It's a surprise. Don't say anything.
Oh shit.
We can't talk about it.
Edit. Delete.
She'll watch this shit. I'll delete this out.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, man, it was
my
nice.
bad.
That's all.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, me too.
When we talked about it, I got all excited.
I got some stuff I got to talk to you about for it too. But
okay, cool.
Anyway, but yeah, man, it was fucking great catching up with family, but it is exhausting getting up there and back, dude. Towing a trailer, doing the whole fucking thing.
Yeah, I can see that.
You know,
totally understand that.
Yeah, but also I did want to talk about Chuck Norris because it is his birthday.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard the Chuck Norris like jokes, like the one-liners?
Of course, I've heard
they're
them.
My favorite, dude.
Me too, man.
They are my favorite.
They're
dude.
so good.
So I pulled some up. We should read some of them.
Yes, let's do it.
Kenny, can you read a couple of them?
Chuck Norris doesn't read books. He stares them down until he gets the information he wants. Time waits for no man unless that man is Chuck Norris.
God damn it.
If you spell Chuck Norris in Scrabble, you win forever.
God damn it.
Chuck Norris breathes air 5 times a day.
Jesus. I spilled my beer on that one.
When God said, "Let there be light," Chuck Norris said,
Say please. Yeah.
Please, dude. God damn it, dude.
Chuck Norris has a mug of nails instead of coffee in the morning.
Dude.
If Chuck Norris were to travel to an alternative dimension in which there was another Chuck Norris, they both thought they would win?
What's that say? I don't know.
They both fought who would win.
Oh, there we go. Oh, God, that's impossible.
Yeah. The dinosaurs looked at Chuck Norris the wrong way once. And you know what happened to them? Chuck Norris tears cure cancer. Too bad he's never cried.
Dude, it's so insane. Did you like Chuck Norris movies when you were a kid?
Fuck yeah.
Dude. They were so fucking good, man.
Come on.
I had the dungarees,
do you remember? Oh, come on, man.
Pull up Chuck Norris movies.
Hold on. No. Hold on. It's not a Chuck Norris movie.
Okay.
It's a TV show from when I was a kid, and it was about a stuntman that did like private security. Ah, fuck, man. I just saw a preview of it for today of its coming. No, but it was that type of movie back in those days, man.
Okay.
The dude had this maybe Ford truck or whatever it was, but the truck had underneath the bed of the truck on like the front quarter panel towards the cab, there was a little thing that you can open up that would unlock and you can open it up. Fuck, it sucks.
This is a new movie?
I just saw the previews for it yesterday, man.
All right.
And it's an old 70s.
Really?
Oh, my God. It looks hilarious.
Dude, that's awesome.
And fun.
You know they're making a second Black Dynamite right now.
I got the phone call. They want me to lead. Yeah.
The program.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, the Chuck Norris. It's so wild, dude. That guy's. His fucking movies were amazing when I was a kid. You know what I mean? And then on top of that,
And a child.
yeah. Oh, a child. I mean, they were already aged out by the time I watched them. You know what I mean? But just like to become that lore, like the Chuck Norris lore, is so wild to me, dude. I remember he invented stretchy jeans.
Yeah.
Remember the dungaree,
Yeah.
the Lee dungarees? The fucking he had like his own brand of kicking jeans.
Yeah. I mean, both of us, bro.
Yeah,
You know.
100%. Although you never wear pants.
I don't
You
like
never fucking wear pants.
I don't like them.
That's so weird. I've never seen you in pants.
I
mean, yeah, well, besides like a Carhartt ripoff fucking anything for a bike, right?
No, I'll wear slacks and stuff when I go out. Like slacks, and I have a couple pairs of jeans, but no, I don't wear them very often.
I have my other John Seed never wears pants, dude.
I didn't wear anything except Dickies or Ben Davis's until I was 30.
Really?
And then when I was 30,
like pants.
I wore Dickies and Ben Davis pants.
Okay.
I didn't wear, I wore
Yeah.
Ben Davis or Dickies till I was in my 30s.
Sure.
All of them had a burn mark on the right leg for my pipe.
From the pipes.
Yeah. And then I was with a girl when I got into my 30s, and she says, "Why don't you wear jeans?" I said, "Because this is what I wear."
Yeah.
And then I started wearing jeans for a while, and I did that for quite a while. But once I found bib overalls, I just it's so, look, and everybody knows this. If you know me, you know this. I have zero ass.
Yeah.
Nothing.
The whole world's seen
only
it.
thing holding my pants up is the front part of me. So once I found bib overalls and I found that I could wear something that wasn't constantly sagging, now it's uncomfortable. And I have a couple pairs of jeans, and I do wear them occasionally, but most of the time I'm wearing bib overalls and shorts. Wow. I just don't. They're not comfortable for me, man.
Yeah, I got you.
I have to wear, if I do wear them, I have to wear suspenders now.
Okay, here's a question.
I have to wear underwear.
You wear underwear?
Always, man.
Boxers?
If you're
No
not
sweatpants, no sweat short,
No.
nothing like that? Interesting.
Yeah, I can't, sweat shorts, sweatpants, all that stuff, they'd sag.
Dude, no, I don't think they sag. They probably fly off.
How many times my wife Portia and I, we were hanging out up at Chumash, and we went. There's a beautiful Mexican restaurant right up the street from Chumash. I mean, beautiful. We went there, had a great fucking dinner. It was phenomenal. But when we were up there, I'd forgot to grab a belt. So I was wearing a pair of shorts, and I didn't have a belt on there. So all it takes for me to drop my pants is just a little bit of a wiggle.
Just put your legs together
Just
a little bit.
little bit of a wiggle, dude. And we were walking down the street, and as we're walking down the street, I did that wiggle and started walking down the street with no pants on whatsoever. And she started laughing, and as she started laughing, there was a little dip in the road, and she fucking stepped in that dip and then fucking just face planted.
No way.
Oh,
really?
dude.
Oh, my
We're
God.
walking through Chumash Casino, and she's got this big fucking cherry on her chin.
Oh, my God.
It's bleeding everywhere. She's covering herself up. And then because she realizes that I'm uncomfortable because it looks like...
You beat the shit out of her.
It looks bad.
At Chumash
So then
Casino.
she realizes what it's doing to me. So then she starts making more of
Amping
what's
it up,
going
yeah.
on. And I'm just like, I don't even know what to do with myself,
Every time you
bro.
go to touch her.
Dude,
God
it
damn
was
it,
so
dude.
fucking hilarious,
That's
man.
fucked up, man.
Oh, it was so good. But yeah, I've had that ability to just be able to kind of just move a little bit, my pants drop.
It's insane, dude.
I will wake up, hang out, we'll knock one out. I will get up and put my boxers back on and crawl
then go
back
to bed.
into
Yeah,
bed.
me too, 100%.
Because it's just, and then if I don't sleep as comfortably.
Sure.
Because if somebody knocks at the door, somebody starts to come through the door.
Sure.
Something happens and you have to
Although
jump out.
naked is probably a wiser, because who the fuck wouldn't run if they saw that thing coming at you? You know? What I mean?
Dude, I still don't.
I get it because I'm the same. I have to have something.
Dude, so here's one for you.
All right.
That shout out to Brian or never mind.
Okay.
I forget, who was the lead singer of AC/DC besides Brian Johnson?
Bon Scott.
Bon Scott. Yeah, shout out to Bon Scott.
Yeah.
So the other day, in the middle of the night, maybe had one or two little margaritas too many. You ever wake up in the middle of the night and you've puked and swallowed it? Inhaled it back into your lungs?
No.
You've never done that?
No.
Horrible.
God, you are a fucking real
horrible,
alcoholic,
dude.
huh?
Horrible.
You're gonna die like
die, bro.
That's so gay.
I'm still here.
That's
No,
so
I'm a
gay.
man. I'm a man. I just fucking took it. Yeah.
I just,
Yeah.
dude,
Yeah.
you really did that, huh?
I've done it a couple of times. Fucking sucks.
Dude, that's scary as
It's
shit.
It's so bad. And it's so fucking funny that this actually came up because when I was getting out of the truck, I was like, we should talk about this.
Yeah, there you go.
But so, yeah, Yeah, and what happens is we'll have margaritas and we'll eat something spicy or whatever it is, and then I'll get heartburn.
Okay.
Yeah,
So it's a
and
heartburn
then-
thing, not
yeah.
that you're so hammered.
Well, it's also
be
that
that,
you know, and then all of a sudden you'll puke just a little bit, and then at the same time you breathe in,
Sure.
and then it goes into your lungs, and then you immediately sit up on the side of the bed and you have to fight the fact that your lungs are trying to get that out, and you can't breathe, and you're just, man, I cannot wait to hear the comments on this from you sons of mother truckers, man. Hey, look, we all know I'm a fat alcoholic, all right, Kyle? You know what I'm saying?
Kyle.
Yeah, Kyle knows who I'm talking to. Kyle. Oh, yeah, you fat fuck.
Dude,
Yeah.
that's scary.
Oh,
bud.
dude, it sucks. It's the worst. Gnarly. It's so bad, and it just takes a little bit.
Yeah.
And you just can't. You just sit there, you're
That's
just
so
trying to
fucked
breathe
up.
it out the whole
Yeah, that's
time.
literally how fucking Hendrix, right, died.
Is it?
Bon Scott died like
Hendrix-
that.
I know Bon Scott did. Bon Scott died in his car sitting up.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Bon Scott
Yeah.
Bon Scott passed out in his car
Oh.
and died of asphyxiation because he threw up in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fucking wild. I mean, that's a fucking.
What if that dude, like, I mean, I can't even imagine that he would have lived.
Longer than that.
Yeah, I mean, he may have, but he was such a wild character.
Yeah,
You know?
it's weird. It's so weird that 27 like age thing that
Yeah.
is like so common with tons of musicians and shit.
Yeah. You are semi, like, you know, especially back in this time when you're in your early 20s, you're still pretty straight laced for a lot of these guys. You know what I mean? Because those guys, a lot of those guys back in the 70s and stuff when all this music was coming out.
Sure.
When they were in their 20s and late teens and 20s and stuff, they were still, you know, like Hendrix was still playing with these like
Little Richard
pop
and
bebop.
shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean he was, you know, and Bon Scott was doing his thing with different bands before all that, and then they get famous, and then all of a sudden they just can live wild.
Dude.
So
And
that's
it's
probably when they're
wild.
like 24 or 25.
Right.
So then they run a good solid 2, 3, 4 years of just
Right.
fucking
Yeah.
eating acid, drinking copious amounts of Jack Daniels, and just wiling out. And you get hit.
There it is. All right. So we got a merch store now, dude, and it's through Shopify. It's all print to order. Really easy, fast turnaround. I just ordered some samples. Why are you doing that while I'm talking?
There's background.
It's not fucking helping at all, dude. Jesus. Anyway, so through Shopify, it's all print to order. It's all pretty fucking high quality canvas shirts. It's really fast turnaround. Jay, you're fucking killing me. God damn it, dude. You know what? I'm sorry. Can you say that again?
Is this guy my cousin?
Yeah.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah. He was a fucking.
Oh, he looks Asian.
He is Asian. Yeah.
He's definitely
Yeah. Anyway, we made a merch store. I worked really fucking hard on it for hours, and it's been really fun to do. Anyway, we're stoked to do it, dude. I'm gonna be putting a bunch more shit on there. We got a bunch of stuff coming out. These are the first couple shirts, so maybe can you highlight the octopus one? So this is our the Octopod shirt. You see it on Jay's hat. I'm gonna be ordering hats. I'm gonna be ordering embroidered hats, shirts, sweatshirts, all kinds of shit.
It's my favorite design.
Right.
I love that design so much.
It's a great design. So please check it out at the link in the description below this fucking podcast. We would really appreciate some sort of help. We're inching our way towards monetization. And every one of you guys, I want to shout out that send me videos on Instagram and like our stories and fucking watch our shit on YouTube, man. It's I'm shocked at how much we're growing. It's really, really fucking cool. It makes this all... I mean, we'd be doing it anyway, but it is nice to see progress, right? So if you guys want to support the podcast, first easy thing you can do is hit the YouTube fucking subscribe, notifications bell, follow us on Spotify, iTunes, whatever, Instagram. I post fucking wild stories all the time, and I have a plethora of people that are sending me fucked up reels all the time. I appreciate every one of you.
That's so much fun.
But if you really want to get into it, please buy some merch, dude.
Yeah.
It's well priced. It comes to you within like a week, maybe 2 weeks. I'm getting my samples here in the next couple days. And
we go up to 5X.
Yeah, goes up to
for
5X.
all my family.
There's going to be multiple colors,
Yes.
all kinds of options for you. So check that out. The link in our bio, link in our description of this podcast. And I do want to say thank you so much for everyone that fucking tells us on the street and does the thing.
I love it. I appreciate when you guys come up and say, hey, man, I really enjoy the podcast. Please talk more than Craig. He's annoying.
Right.
But so we really do appreciate it. And like Craig said it a million times. He always says it. And when you hit me up personally, I always try to say the same type of thing. But if you can, if you enjoy the podcast and you're enjoying it, and we hopefully are making you laugh and giggle, and just share with a friend.
Right.
Just tell your buddy, hey, man, check these guys out. That's just some irrelevant, fun stuff.
Right.
Our opinions don't matter. We're just here to have a good time. And so please, if you can, share, like, subscribe. And Jack Daniels, if you can, please. We're looking for sponsorship.
For zero sugar, baby.
Hi.
Anyway.
Diabetic safe.
Diabetic safe. Except for all the whiskey. Close enough, though.
Zero sugars.
All right, we love you guys. We're out of here.
Peace
See you
out.
next week.